Hi, this is JP Morgan. Today on the Slanted Lens, we're downtown. We've got our two Genie Minis on our 2-axis setup, and we're going to use our strobes as our light source as we do a time lapse of our wedding couple downtown. We already got it going, so let's see what we got. And some dude had to honk. Our first ever Facebook photo contest is going on right now. Get over to Facebook or theslanteddlens.com/giveaways and sign up. Get your image up. It's not too late. The person with the most likes at the end of the month is going to win a Tamron 35mm 1.8 lens. It is not too late. Get your image up there. Participate. You'll have a great time. All your friends will vote. Get over there and get started. So I love using those Genie Minis and my strobes to make a time lapse. Those Genie Minis are great because I can pan up, I can pan across and up. Gives me a lot of options. This is a great thing you can do for a wedding video as an intro. You can actually apply this to a lot of different things, but using those moves, you can do a 1-axis going up like we got going right now, or you can do a 2-axis where it pans and goes up. But using this new Genie setup gives us a lot of options with kind of moves. We're also trying to combine that with a long shutter to give us blurring cars, gives us a fabulous look out here. So let's talk about why we set up the strobes and how we set them up. First off, the reason I set up strobes is I like the look. It gives me the ability to give nice light highlights on their faces, highlight on my couple, and I can let the background be just a little bit darker. It gives me a saturation and look that I think is wonderful. I also want to lengthen my shutter speed, so I got control of my light on my couple and I can lengthen my shutter speed to let the cars blur. It gives me control of those two things separately. So I've got ambient light for my cars and I've got strobe lights for my couple. That gives me a combination that allows me to keep my couple looking the same and the cars to blur as I need to lengthen my exposure throughout the night. I'm shooting at 100 ISO at 5.6, and then I'm letting my shutter drag to be able to make the cars blur around our couple. The reason I chose 5.6 on my aperture is that I didn't want my strobe to be on full power. If it's on full power, it's not going to recycle fast enough that I can get to a 2 or a 2.5 second interval. So I started off with a 3.5 second interval because I had my strobes on full power and it took that long for them to recycle. 3.5 seconds was too long an interval because the cars are moving through too fast. Here's a little piece of that first one I shot. So if I want a 2 or a 2.5 second interval, I've got to turn the power down on my strobes so that they're recharged in time to fire again when that 2.5 second interval comes up. So let's take a look at some of that footage. So as the camera pans up on my couple, they've got to hold really still until the camera clears their heads, and then we can let them relax a little bit the last few minutes of the time lapse. At the end of the night, there's so much ambient light that came out here, there's so much street light, that pretty soon it was equaling the power to my strobes, and we just turned the strobes off. This last pass we're gonna do, it's just the street lights and the ambient on our couple, and it's gonna pan up into the building lights. So it's just a different way to do time lapse where you have control of the strobes over your couple and ambient for your blur. Gives us a nice combination of using those two worlds. So it's getting crazy busy down here, just like Los Angeles. Nothing wakes up till 9 o'clock at night. But everyone's down here now. But this was fun. We took that Genie Minis, gives us that option to be able to pan up and that second axis look. Love applying that to what we did today with the time lapse when we added our strobes, put those two together. Just a fun video of our couple. I hope you learned some things on this little experience. I did, so keep those cameras rolling, keep on clicking. We've got a great download we're offering here at the Slanted Lens called Stop Motion Basics for Beginners. Trisha Zemp takes all the information she's learned on how to do stop motion, from how to shoot the stop motion to how to edit it and post it and put music to it on Instagram or YouTube. It's a fabulous journey where she'll teach you everything you need to know to be able to do stop motion. If you're interested in stop motion, this is going to teach you the process and what you need to do. So go to theslanteddlens.com/stopmotion to get your copy today. Subscribe to the Slanted Lens. All my friends did here. We can hang out together. We can be buddies like my friends here. Subscribe to the Slanted Lens.